Today we're planting cabbage into the greenhouse with Bumble, which can be a pain because he tries to eat everything I'm doing. In January, we started our cabbage seeds. Around the 7th, after they emerged, we transplanted half of them into the ground and half of them into the net pots that we're trying this year versus the biodegradable pot. We were afraid that they would be too tightly woven for the roots to come through. But as you can see, they're coming through pretty good. We had a pretty good cold snap. Everything in the net bag survived because they were kept in a warmer area, but we had issues with the ones that we put in the ground. Some did better than others, but what we're going to do is transfer some into the greenhouse instead of out into the garden. So we grow golden acre cabbage. We use it for sauerkraut, for eating, for frying, for whatever we use in the house. The larger leaves, before the heads formed, we tend to harvest, feed to the goats, the chickens, and keep the goat out of the other stuff. You will see Bumble, that he is quite the bottle baby. We decided to go with the net bags because the biodegradable compost pots that you're supposed to pop in the garden, we tended to find that things would get root bound, or you'd have to break the bottom off to get it to allow the roots to expand out into the garden. So we're trying these. We're going to try them in the greenhouse, in the garden, anywhere and everywhere we possibly can. And I'm just replacing the ones that didn't survive the cold snap. And even though they're a cold hardy plant, not all are going to survive. I make my hole a little bit deeper than the bag. And bring my soil back over the top to firm the head in and get it growing straight. This is why I'm replacing the cabbage. We got pretty good frost damage in here, and the heads, once they get frost damage, it's really hard for them to come back. Sometimes you get side shoot cabbage, but to me it's just not worth the time nor the effort. I try to plant cabbage twice a year so that I can harvest it earlier, get the canning going, to make sauerkraut, stir fries. I love cabbage. And planted again in midsummer, or started again in midsummer and planted out so that I can store it for the winter and pull out of those stores for a nice fresh green all winter long. You know, cabbage stew.